So this is the third week already and it's the day 16. So for today's asana practice, we'll be doing arm balance. So we started the arm balance yesterday. For now, we'll be doing 2 arm balancing poses, namely the crow and one-legged crow.
I'm alone, I'm a broken home. I gave you all the bricks that I own and know. I'm letting go, I'm breaking these walls down, breaking these walls down. If you want adventure, then fly to home. But if you wanna travel, then go alone. Yeah, what's the point in us if I'm
So for today's flow, we'll be doing a series of exercises that will help stimulate the body's natural response when doing the asana. So when you do the crow, the body will react automatically and that will help you find your balance. Now if you're new to this channel or if you haven't subscribed yet, please do click the subscribe button and also the notification bell so you will get updated whenever I post a new video. Now let's start the practice by lying down on the floor. So go and lie down on your mat. And then from here you cross your right leg over the left and hook your foot against the shin. Cross your left arm over your right, eagle arms. And then intertwine your forearms or the palms together. And then you round the back, moving your elbow and the knee together. So from here you lower down on the inhale. As you do that, you're extending the legs forward and the arms up. Then exhale, you round the back, then squeezing in your midsection and trying to connect your elbows and the knees. We'll do this 4 times. Inhale, then exhale, again round the back, lift the head, chin to your chest. 2 more rounds. Inhale, exhale, lift, and 1 more. Inhale, then exhale, round the back, activate your midsection. Now unravel the arms and the legs, hug the thigh bones down. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. So you cross your left leg over your right thigh, hook your foot against the shin. So in case you cannot hook your foot behind the shin, you just have to cross the thigh bones. Again, on the arms, the right will go over the left. Now inhale, on your exhale, lift the head, round the spine, connect your elbow and the knees. Inhale, extend your leg and the arm away from the belly. Exhale, navel in. Inhale, again lower your chest down or the back down. Exhale, you lift. Inhale for the last set. Then exhale, you lift. Now you lower your head, release the arms, hug the knees down to your chest, then extend your legs. Hands on your sides, relaxed for a moment. So soften your belly, relax your shoulders, relax your leg muscles. Now you bend the knees and extend your hands forward or towards the ceiling like the all fours kind of thing. Now here you inhale, as you exhale you push the floor or push the ceiling, lift the head. So rounding the back again and connect your knee towards the upper arms or if you can towards the armpit. So imitating the action of the crow. Again lower, going back to that all fours or inverted all fours. Exhale, when round the back, connecting your elbows and the armpit, pushing your hands toward the ceiling. Again 4 times. Inhale, lower, and exhale, coming up. So elbows to your armpits, pushing the palms up. Inhale, then exhale, you lift. Now let's try to hold this pose. Continue pushing the hands upward to the ceiling, activating the entire front of the body. And just let the action of the pose register. Be familiar with the action of the body and try to reapply that once you do the crow pose. Okay, lower down. Extend your legs, let the hands drop. Again, relaxed. Breathe in and breathe out through your nostrils. Inhale and exhale. Okay, now turn around, bend your knees and turn to your right. And slowly come up. And then go to your all fours. So the next one is quite the same with the previous one. Going back to your all fours, we'll be doing cat-cow, but with the knees off the floor. So palms below your shoulders, inhale. On your exhale, you lift the knees an inch above the floor, round the back, chin to your chest. On the inhale, lower the knees, flex the hip and concave the back. Exhale again, knees off the floor, okay, not too high, round the back. Inhale, lower, arch the spine. Then exhale, abdomen in, knee to chest, not knee to chest, knees up. Again, inhale and exhale. Elevate the knees, belly in. Lower the knees down, inhale for the final time. Then exhale, round the spine, push the floor, knees up. And then release. And from here, you tap your toes, go to your down dog. So readjust the distance of your palms and feet. Again, you can pedal your feet. You can bend the knees, re-extend. Move your hips side to side. And then settle on your down dog for 5 cycles. Press down through the 4 corners of your feet. Roll the hip bone forward to allow the glutes and the hamstrings to open. Continuously pushing the floor with your hands. Now from here you go forward to your plank pose. So align your shoulders above your wrist. Now collapse. The next thing is you collapse your shoulders or the chest down, squeezing your shoulder blades in. And then push yourself up, again broadening your upper back body, stretching your shoulder blades apart. Then going back to your down dog. So we call that scapula push-up. So again, forward to your plank. So collapse your shoulder blades and then reactivate by pushing the chest away from the floor, going back to down dog. So you do that again for 3 more. Forward to your plank, squeeze your shoulder blades in. And then push, broadening your back, flexing your chest, going back to your down dog. So you have 2 more sets. Forward to your plank, lower your chest down without bending the elbows. Then exhale, you stretch the back body by pushing the floor. Now going back to down dog. The final one, forward to your plank. So all throughout the practice, you have to keep your core muscles, the belly strong, the side waist. Again, push. And then going back. Now from here, you bend the knees, look forward and step to the top of your mat. You extend the spine, inhale, shift the weight forward, then exhale, you bend, movement. Inhale, rise and extend the arms upward. Stand straight, ground the feet and extend as high as you can. Then exhale, hands down. So again, relax for a few breaths here. You breathe in and breathe out naturally through your nose. Now breathe in, reach the arms over the head and arch the spine as far back as you can. Breathe out, hinge from the waistline and take the palms on the floor. Inhaling, look forward and lengthen the back. Bend the legs and exhale. Turn to your plank, going down to half plank. Pressing the hip down and the feet as you lift the chest, up dog. Exhale, return to your down dog. So from here, inhale, you lift the right leg up. Again, balance the hip as you do this pose by turning the hip bone in. Then exhale around the back. Align your shoulders over the wrist and then move your knee forward. Hunch your shoulders. Inhale, we'll do this 3 repetitions. Bring the leg up. Then exhale, knee forward to your chest. So contract or suck in your belly. Last one. Inhale, bring the leg up. Exhale, round the back, moving your thigh bone close to your chest. and then step the foot on top of the mat. Runner's lunge. So align the hip and the right knee. Square your pelvis and your shoulders. Now come up to your high lunge. From this pose, you swing your right arm underneath the left. Again, intertwine your forearms and take your palms together. On the inhale, you lift the elbows and bend backward. On your exhale, round the back and move your elbow on your knee, chin to your chest. Again, inhaling, coming up, push the elbow up. So keep your legs strong. Exhale, navel in, connect your elbow to your knee. Last one, inhale, lift and arch the spine. Exhale, elbow to your knee. Now coming up, reach the arms over the head, and then take your hands down on the floor. Lower the left knee. Point your foot backward, hands upon the knees, seeing the hip. And then reach the arms upward and bend. Now remain on this back bend for 3 breaths. Again, see to it that your hip is going down as the spine bends backward. Exhale, set your hands down on the floor. Look forward, inhale, straighten the left leg. Then exhale, pull the right leg back to one-legged plank, or you can just take the foot down if you want to, or left knee down on the floor as the right leg stays off the mat. So you know your option. Exhale down to low plank. Then inhale, again push the floor, pressing the feet, the hip down and lift the sternum. Exhale, going back to your down dog. Again, inhale and exhale. Inhale, so we'll take 3 breaths here. Exhale. And again, remember, if you need more time to rest, you can stay longer. Now, you lift that left leg up. Or you can even go to your child pose. Exhale, knee forward. Inhale, bring the leg up and back. Exhale, knee forward to your chest. Last one, inhale, bring it up and back. Then exhale, knee forward to your chest. And then step the foot between your palms. Sink your hip, elongate through the back leg. And then elongate or lengthen the side body. And then come up to your high lunge. And then from here, you cross your left arm over your right. Again, lift the elbows, bend backward, squeeze in your mid-back body. Exhale, round the spine, elbow and the knee together. Inhale, bring the chest up. So just maintain the hip. Exhale, round the back. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, coming up. As you exhale, release the arms over the head to high lunge. Set your hands down on the floor. Right knee down on the mat. So again, sink your hip. Hands upon the knee. Broaden and lift the chest. Then extend your arms up. Bending backward. Hip going forward. Continuously breathing in and breathing out through your nostrils. Set your hands back to the floor. Straighten your right leg, and from here, going back to your one-legged plank. Low plank. Pressing the hip, pressing the toes, lifting the chest. Then exhale. Go to your down dog. So from this pose, set your knees down on the floor, toes pointing backward. Go down on your child pose, pressing your seat bones on your heels and sliding the hands forward, lengthening the spine, letting your chest fall between the legs. So just take this pose to relax, to breathe, and to recover. And then slowly come up. And just sit here for a moment on your Virasana. So for those of you who's doing this pose for the first time, so remember that the goal is not to lift on the crow or on the arm balance immediately. Rather, the goal is to find a good form, better alignment, and just build that natural response, or just familiarize yourself with that natural response of the body by just doing the drills. So this would be the drill that you need to do a couple of times before going to the pose itself. So you take your squat position, Malasana, and then take your palms. Okay, let me face forward. So you go into this pose, Malasana or squat position, and then you set your palms on the floor, shoulder width apart. Remember, when you place the hands on the floor, to roll the arm bones outwards so the elbows should point backward. Now then you take your knees here on the upper arms. So you have to put your knees here, if you can, on the armpits so it's more stable. But sometimes if you lack flexibility in your hip, then this might be too much. So you just have to take it here on the upper arm, or maybe just here on the outer side of the leg. For beginners, I prefer squeezing the upper arms with your knees. So from here, you just move your hip forward, round the back, shift the weight forward, go down to your Malasana. Place your palms again, lift the hip, round the back, go down to your Malasana. So remember the action you did on the lying down exercises, the cat-cow with the knees off the floor. So you just have to apply those actions within the body, or just feel those actions happening within the body as you do this drill. So again, lift, round the back. And another thing, you have to look forward so that you won't tip over. So there's a counterweight. Again, lifting the hip, rounding the back. Malasana, you just have to do this one and practice shifting weight forward. So let me do it on the side. So practice shifting weight forward by just moving the hip and the head or the entire body forward, not just by pushing or jumping on your toes. So if you're doing this drill and you feel a little stable on your arms, you're not shaking on your shoulders, on your arm muscles, then you're ready to do the pose. So from here, you just have to continue shifting the weight forward until the toes lifts naturally. So no need to push it, no need to push the floor just to lift you up. Okay, that's common for beginners. They tend to push down through the floor to lift them up, and most of the time they end up flipping over. So to avoid that, you just have to continue shifting the weight forward and up by rounding the back, having that cat pose motion on the body, and then continue moving forward until the toes becomes lighter, or until the toes lifts the floor naturally. And after the toes lifts off the floor, that's the time you squeeze the thigh biceps to elevate your feet more. And if you're on the crow already, just stay there. Try to stay there for 3 to 5 breaths, or maybe just a breath if you don't have enough strength anymore. And then go to your plank, low plank, and then up dog and down dog. So let me show that. So from here, round the back, 3 breaths here, continue pushing the floor, look forward, and then after 3 breaths or 5, you step or jump the legs backward, and up dog, pressing the feet, your chest up, going back to down dog. So if you need to rest, then you can go to your child pose. If you still have the strength, then stay here. And then moving forward again to your squat, we'll be doing the next one, which is the flying crow. Not flying crow, the one-legged crow. So if the crow is not yet possible, you cannot do the crow, then definitely this one is impossible yet because it's harder. So if you're okay with your crow already, you're comfortable with the crow, then you can go or do this one. So there are 2 ways to go to this pose. You can do it from the crow pose, then extend one leg up, or you can go to runner's lunge and then lift the back leg up as you place the other knee forward here on the upper arm. So let me demo those 2 poses. So you take your palms on the floor, then check your form, then take your knees upon your upper arms, and then look forward, go to your crow. And then from here, you just have to remove one leg and let it hover. You can just stay here, or you can bring it up and back, continue pushing the floor. So activating the hamstrings, the back muscles. So this will take lots of strength or activation on your obliques, on your side body. So if you lack strength on your core muscles actually. So if you lack strength on the side body, then this pose would be more challenging. So I would suggest that you have to train your side body more before doing this one. Now going to the next option or next way or other way how to do that is by doing a lunge, high lunge. Not high lunge, runner's lunge. You take your hand on the floor. Again, keeping your hands shoulder distance, you move your knee on the upper arms. And same action as the crow, you just need to transfer weight forward. Continue shifting the weight forward, keeping the hip over. And just make sure to move slowly and inch by inch movement. And every movement you have to sense, you have to really feel what's going on with the body. If you begin to feel shaky on your hands, then don't go any further. You might collapse your foundations and you might end up with your face on the floor. So make sure to feel, continuously observe what's happening within the body as you do this one. And again, don't attempt to jump, just to lift the back leg. So here you have to move your knee on your upper arm and shift the weight forward. And continue moving until the left leg lifts. So again, the crow and the one-legged crow requires a brute amount of force and strength on the arm muscles, core muscles. So if you still lack strength on those areas of the body, then you need to work them out. Do the drills, the first drills that we did, 3 to 4 drills I think. The lying down with the eagle arms, crunching the belly, the cat, reverse cat cow, and then the cat cow, knees off the floor and the core planks. So do these exercises to strengthen the core muscles or the muscles that you need to activate when doing these poses, the crow and the one-legged crow. And also to familiarize yourself with the natural response or automatic response of the body, so that it's easier for you to do the pose without overthinking or what else you should do or you should activate when you're doing the pose. Again, doing the exercises repeatedly will give you that automatic response. You don't need to think, you don't need to align anything, it will just happen. So after the practice, we will again lie down. It's really important to do the Savasana to relax the body, also to clear our thoughts, and just let our body absorb the benefits of the practice that we just did. So go and lie down. Extend the legs forward, drop your hands beside the hips. Again, relax your shoulders, your legs, and the hip. So just keep your eyes closed here for a moment. Check and observe, how do you feel, how you think, and then try your best to clear out any distractions, let go or remove any discomfort or tensions within the body. Now try to relax by being still, completely still. slowly move your toes, your fingers. Extend your arms over the head, hug your feet together. Bend your knees. Roll over your right. And slowly compound. So that's the end of our practice. So thank you everyone in joining me in today's class. I hope you learned something new that could help you in your arm balance journey. So I'll see you again on my next class. Namaste.